Did you stream ping?
Yeah, yeah, we're live.
Alright, hello. Welcome to Just round of 32, Marrow versus nudragon. Today with me is Snow, and say hi.
Hello. Good morning to the Americans.
This is gonna be quite an interesting one, I think, because it's like it seems to be pretty biased at first, but I think it might go both ways, honestly. I think there's like some space for Marrow to do some crazy plays here.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it is a score attack, so you never know what'll happen. It's not like one-sided in like other tournaments where you could essentially just get very close to your opponent, but still lose and basically lose that entire point.
Yeah. So I guess like we might have a close one here.
Hybrid 1 gets protected. Honestly, that's interesting to see because Hybrid 1's such a trolly chart. Like, you have like the last resort pattern, which I'm sure a lot of people hate it. So let's hope that they don't die, and then this will be their last resort.
Wow. Okay. Interesting calm. Hybrid one, yeah, no, I have not seen like Hybrid one being favored at all, like anywhere. I don't think people like it. I honestly do not blame them though.
It's such a like situational pick. Like you just have to be good at like that like weird pattern, or else you're kind of like screwed. Although I guess it's not as bad as last resort, so I guess there's that one factor.
Yeah.
Double protect on the hybrid cells. Interesting to see. I rarely even see that happen.
Yeah, people don't like hybrids that much, but what I don't like, hey, hybrid 3 didn't get protected. I'm worried it will not, it will be banned, and then the banger will be gone.
Honestly, I mean, with someone like nudragon playing, I feel like maybe they'd want to ban something like LN1, which might be like a lot harder to hold accuracy on, just given that they're a lot more like biased when it comes to combo. But I guess not. Maybe we'll see all hybrids be picked.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
We
nice.
don't. Hybrids are usually sort of like in between pick, or like a last resort pick, and a last resort.
Last resort. Ooh.
But maybe we'll see a very hybrid focused match here. Actually, yeah, no, that would be kind of rare. Also fun to see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're saying. Like you barely see the hybrids get picked as like a first option. Especially like just like a normal setting. Like it's not even like a score attack thing where like people will avoid certain picks. It's just more that people don't really rely on the hybrids as much, just because like most of the time people are like rice biased or like Ellen biased.
Yeah.
Rice won. Going to our speed pick. I'm interested to see how this one goes. I haven't really seen this in like any tourney setting for the most part. I think this is like the second time this gets pulled, so I'm excited to see how this goes in like a more like global setting.
Let's see. I mean, this speed pick is it's interesting. The stop and go motion is very killer in my opinion. It doesn't. It's pretty hard to play, for me at least. I'm wondering how it will go for them. Honestly, I don't think nudragon will have that much of an issue with it.
Yeah, I doubt we'll see much of an issue on their side, especially just given that they did pick it. So it would make sense that they're more comfortable on something like this. But like you mentioned, kind of like stop and go motion can pose some trouble. It just kind of depends on the player, but it does force them to kind of like play it properly, I guess, in a sense, where like I guess with a lot other speed picks, you're able to like kind of like autopilot it in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be the case, honestly. This pick is like the one you have to stay awake for as long as you can, and like the right terms. This is kind of killer. In all respect to the map.
Yeah, and like you're mentioning, you have to basically stay with the pick for the entirety and make sure you don't lose that focus, or else you're just gonna have a bit of a hard time transitioning in and out.
Especially that this one is unlike other kind of stop and go maps. Every burst here is different. There's no like copy paste. There's no like flip or rotate.
Yeah.
Oh, Mero already with a break.
It's a bit scary on their side, especially just given that they're dropping a lot of accuracy.
I mean, I'm thinking this player is pretty new to tournaments.
Yeah, it could be that. Ooh, but I missed on nudragon side.
Yeah, but still, it's 30k score lead. I mean, this is. I would say this is fries. This is. Oh yeah, Mero with another break.
Yeah, honestly, it looks like the raw physicality might be a bit much for them, but we still have a lot of the other like lower physical picks, like the elements and hybrids, for example, which won't require as much physicality, but there's a lot more trickiness to them. So it's kind of like a trade-off. Bancho dies as well.
With that, I will give up funny information. In Jackhouse Cup, End Terminal and Laser got brutally mocked by Light, Polska Góra. He actually won, I don't know how.
Jesus. There we go. Oh, what?
Bancho is being a little void.
Yeah,
Or did he fail?
I don't know. Wait, let me see the MP. I think he failed. Yeah, I think he failed because Nudragon got an 893k, but they have a 99.31.
No. Okay, do we redo this one or do we just count this as technically a win for nudragon since it was 40k before?
Yeah. Yeah, count for Nudragon. But immediately it's a hybrid too, which I guess is an interesting choice.
The rebellious pick, the one for the ages, an LN pick by the way in hybrid.
Hey, I mean, it's basically the same thing, you know. Shields, like that's like hybrid. It's like Jax. Hey, we don't want
LN on it.
We don't want a round of 32 incident where like you have LN shields and a shield hybrid and they play the same thing basically.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how a pick like this one goes. Although I feel like this one might be like a bit on the more physical side for like the hybrids, just because of the nature of the chart. So I'm not really too sure how Mero will do, but I guess we just have to wait and see it. Here we go.
Hey, going into it, I expected Mero to maybe do a little better on the speed. I might have overestimated him just a little bit, but I'll see how he does in the hybrid.
Yeah, it's completely new territory.
I think he was a playoffs player, so he did win his playoffs match to be here. Oh,
yeah.
Actually, maybe yeah.
Yeah, especially just given their seed.
So that means this is losers, right?
I think this is a losers match.
Who did nudragon lose to this early?
Let me see. see. I think it was
Bro,
a due to thing.
bro had to be against. Oh, okay. No, like bro had to be against Thanos. He's pretty good. Yeah, but Mero already finding a break. 17,000 point lead.
Yeah, already like minus 1% away from nudragon, and I guess that lead's just gonna kind of extend more. But as we get to the break part though, nudragon lowering the accuracy a little bit, but not gonna really matter as they're past that score cap.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty it's pretty unbalanced. Yeah, having 98, but like she's like barely holding 98. 50,000 point lead. The new dragon at 99.50, which is not a bad score at all on this sort of map.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mostly just gonna be kind of just an unfortunate circumstance for Miro, just having to face an opponent like this. But it is kind of what happens in like these earlier rounds. You just have a lot of these like really far apart matches, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and Miro finding another break. This is no. Yeah, I mean, this is once again going to be an 80,000 point lead. That another full amount. Oh no, actually no, because this is a protect.
Yeah.
Never mind. I mean 18,500 for New Dragon.
Yeah, I guess.
Although one thing to keep in mind here, I don't know why, but this guy has very decent ratio for the rest of the score. Looks like.
Yeah. Well, let's just wait and see what gets picked next. I guess given that we did see Hybrid 2 get picked, maybe we could see Hybrid 1? Not too sure. Maybe want to avoid the score cap, especially given that we already went through 1. But anything is on the table.
I mean here, it's a sad thing to say, but I don't think any pick here can like realistically change the outcome of this match.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of an unfortunate thing. It's just the fact that like this huge seed difference, and it's round of 32. It's a really early round. There's not really much that you can really do at this point.
The only thing that you would like technically could do was split seedings in half, but that's kind of format change.
Yeah.
So
Hybrid 3.
okay, thank you, New Dragon. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Whoa!
I guess we could probably expect a Hybrid 1 later on.
Did you get that sample cleared?
This will be fun to see. I'm interested to see how nudragon does on a pick like this one.
Absolute banger of a song. Like, can we
Oh,
can we keep this in loop over the rest of the match?
Just gonna
the
have
rest of the
this-
match?
Yeah, it's like instead of having to listen to Rice 2 for like the whole duration, it's just this song twice in a row.
Yeah, might as well, bro.
I think nudragon's having a slight issue. Not too sure though. Yeah, just waiting for both the players to have their issues resolved. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Well, the accuracies on both players though, struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you get that sample?
Ooh. Finding an early break.
Yeah, I expect this one to be a bit of a tricky one for Muro, just given that it is a tech hybrid, and just the like aggressive nature of a chart like this one, I don't expect both of them to have like the best time in comparison to like a lot of the other charts.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. I mean, nudragon holding decently well, but Meryl struggling just a bit.
Yeah, we're still yet to reach like the harder parts of this chart. It's just slowly building up, but that leads already almost half of what we've been seeing for like the past few charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dragon's struggling a little bit on that accuracy side. But they are able to hold combo really nicely on picks of basically any difficulty.
No problems right now. I mean, although comparing to some other scores we've seen on this map already, he isn't that high. This won't be like a very big podium here.
Yeah.
I mean, to be expected, he is C25, but still.
Yeah, especially just because of how, I guess you could say like unique this chart is in terms of like hybrid journeys and like, I guess like early mid game.
No, I think it might be partly because it was charted by a player that's not like delta, zeta, epsilon plus plus manual +2 difficulty.
Yeah.
And maybe he sees like the patterning a bit differently, and it turned out great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we love these like more like, I guess you could say unorthodox patterning.
That's a one for like Meiji,
Yeah.
for example.
But a nice clean FC on the side of nudragon, and not too bad for Muro either, just kind of unfortunate that they're not able to keep up fully.
Yeah, and Lacrima right into it.
Yeah. And coming from Muro as well, which is kind of interesting to see.
I think this might be sort of save me moment where he picks the thing that gives nudragon less score.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, that is one thing to also consider when thinking about the protects, is looking at the picks and thinking, what will do the most damage to me, and how can I also minimize that? Since, I mean, obviously you have the ban, but there might be like two charts where you might have a lot of trouble with them.
Yeah, for sure. I think this will go like hybrid 3 pretty much. Although this one I guess but the patterning wise is way more simple. Except the funny and
Yeah.
but it is way more physical in that sense.
Yeah, especially just given that the BMM is a bit on the higher side, kind of coming close to the Rice 2 pick. So we'll have to see, especially with some like this denser Ellen patterning that kind of like gets introduced later on. So far, Meryl's holding really good though in comparison to some of their other picks.
Yeah, absolutely. I did no issue.
I think it just might be that they have like a lot of Percy, at least just because they're releasing really early.
Yeah, although now I think this is the sort of player that has a very high Percy and tries to overcompensate sometimes, releasing even later than he should sometimes, but mostly releasing early. He cannot find his sweet spot, and this is why you should like play around with your LN body to see
Oh,
what
yeah.
works.
Yeah, but it might just be one of those things where using Percy to kind of learn online. But we're kind of continuing on. So far, nothing really changing. Really going a little bit more in favor of the Dragon, but nothing's really changing in terms of performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate miss from Meryl though. But we're slowly getting to the ending, which does get a little bit denser, so we could maybe see a slip up on either side. In the funny pattern.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. And once again, full points awarded for New Dragon. And if I'm correct, if the next match is fully won, New Dragon will just take this.
Yeah, I think I think they have 2 more picks. Yeah, they'll have. I think it's either 2 or 3 picks, just because of like the protect.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just wait and see, but it is gonna be Nudragon's pick, so they can kind of go for whatever they want, I suppose. I mean, they've been winning most of these picks pretty confidently, and all the hybrids are gone. Rice 3.
Yeah.
This will be another interesting pick. I mean, it is lower physicality, but we did see Miro did struggle a little bit on like the more technical side with Hybrid 3.
I mean, yeah, this being lower physicality, uh, maybe it might be, but also the technicality of it is like it's a very big jump compared
Yeah.
to other like technically technical charts here, like the dump or even LN3, for example.
Oh yeah. Ooh. That's unexpected. Maybe this is the pick that Miro can maybe get some score on, or at least prevent some damage from. I'll have to wait and see. I guess the one part I do feel a little bit nervous about is the ending with the quads and the more kind of awkward jacks, like the faster ones, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Miro's still holding really nicely, especially as we're starting to get into like the more difficult parts.
You know what? Whoa!
Oh.
You did not do that.
No. They're holding so good.
You're such a mean
Oh, wait.
The point stands. You're such a meanie.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so interesting to see because it's gonna get so much more awkward here.
That is just not okay. What you just did.
Hold on, we're getting to this next part. Let's see.
Yeah, the big bird, the big kind of bursty part, Rolly.
Yeah.
Um,
And then the mini jacks right after.
it is a pretty tough part to hit.
I mean, all things considered, Miro's doing really good.
Yeah. If maybe there wasn't a mean commentator here.
Yeah.
Maybe even one because New Dragon did break, and if you didn't curse him, hey,
Yeah.
anything could happen.
Yeah, it's my bad. I'm sorry, Miro. I should have let you get this pick in peace.
Yeah, shut the up next time.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miro. I mean, hey, it's their pick now. It's their pick.
Yeah, maybe
Rice
this
too.
is his moment. Ooh. Like we're ending maybe ending it up with a jump stream pick with Aura. The 4 minutes long Aura.
Aura.
Yeah, green Aura by Snow.
I don't know if I like this pick, mostly just because this is so more. It's like more biased towards nudragon in this case, just because it's a lot longer and it's more like consistency focused compared to like some of the other picks.
Yeah. I mean, but in a match like the hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby type, it's you know, anything goes. Maybe he will like choke or something.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just a little worried about how this one will go, but like you mentioned, I guess we should wait and see. I guess another thing as well is just given the fact this is a longer pick, misses will cost a little less. It's one thing to, I guess, be wary of. But a lot of misses will cost a lot more, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we get through this kind of beginning part though, so far nothing really too much to be aware of. We get a little bit of a calmer section. Ooh,
Oh,
I didn't want to comment saying that
five
too
big
early.
booms for Mero.
Yeah, an unfortunate miss from the Dragon, which slightly put it in Mero's favor, and it might have even been in his favor, but that miss is just gonna reverse all of that.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into the more like denser parts, the more trickier parts as well, so if we're seeing misses very early on, it is gonna be a bit concerning to see how a section like this one goes at least. Yeah, Mario's showing quite a bit on this one. And there's not really any breaks like from here on out as well. You still have like these like really continuous motions.
Yeah, this map, I don't know. It seems just a little bit overshot, in my opinion. Just because of the length. I feel like the map itself is fine. It just how long it is.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it is pretty mean to players, and Mero right now just not finding himself here in these patterns.
Yeah, unfortunately as well. But it's like both these pairs are, I guess, dropping a bit. So, yeah, it's not really an issue on one player. It's more so just consistency being a bit of a tricky area for both these players. At least on a pick like this one, which is a bit surprising, at least on the Dragon side, given that they're pretty well known for holding really good, consistent FCs. But as we're continuing on though, I guess a little bit like an intermission part right here before getting into the final few sections, which will build up a bit in intensity as well.
Unfortunately for Mero, score is a little bit closer to a dang clear than it is to a tournament performance. It might just be, you know, the physicality side of it.
Yeah.
The stamina is progressively. The more the patterns go on, the less he finds himself over. Oh, and it's just not gonna bode well for him with 120,000 point difference.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, like the stamina factors can also be like a lot more apparent here, just because the pattern gets a little bit on the more denser side. and then you still have like that final like dense jump stream section. Yeah, but we're coming to a close, and not really much that Mero can really do at this point, as it is going to go towards the nudragon.
Yeah, and nudragon will take this match, being a 57,000 to 0 sweep. Unfortunately, Mero did good. His Rise 3 performance was very nice. I think he just genuinely has some working to do on his physicality.
Yeah. But, I mean...
But after that, he'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it does look like it might be like one of their first tournaments, so, I mean, hey, all things considered, I did pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. But yeah, with that, New Dragon will be advancing further into round of 32. Round of 16 losers bracket. As for Mero, they will be sadly eliminated out of the tournament.
Yeah,
Still
unfortunate.
impressive run because they did make it to round of 32.
Yeah, it's not like they just qualified and that's about it. They had to play playoffs, so
Yeah.
it's definitely something to know. Let's see. They'll be facing the winner of Yodi versus Lucy, which I actually think is really soon. So that match will be set up pretty soon.
Interesting, yeah.
Starting to see round of 16 form slowly but surely. It is the start of the weekend, so matches will be coming and going. But in about 26 minutes from now, we will be having Shaylai versus Happer Gamer, which is going to be in the winner's bracket. So it's going to be a little bit of a more interesting match.
Yeah. But to wrap it up, this was me, Alice, alongside Snow. And we'll be seeing you guys soon. I won't be there for this match, but someone else probably will.
Yeah. We'll see. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Master.